Hi there, PM K7629 and all the rest of you good people out there. I hope that you're all safe and sound, and above all, that health is with you. Regarding your question on the forum on advice on how to reference geometry from a separate component, and from what seems here, you do not want it associative. You just want to simply copy across entities that you need to reuse in the part with no associativity. Wave would be perfect for this, but that depends on if you have access to Wave. Another way would be, which I would prefer as I've written, to create a context assembly where you add the reference part. That means you will not mess up the product assembly. This gives you the ability to return to and reference that part and other parts, whatever you want to throw into that kind of context assembly. Now, another way to do this would be to utilize the drag and drop option that is available to you. To demonstrate that, I got on the screen two simple parts here, very simple. If we have a look to them, we can see that the bottom one has a bunch of holes that I would like to reference in the top one, but I do not want them necessarily associative. I just want the top face of the bottom plate there to be kind of copied across to the target part here. Now, I got these two guys in the separate windows here as well. Let's turn back the display, turn off the see-through there. And I would like to have them side by side. So I drag one of them and drop them on the middle marker there and separate them into two separate windows. Now, these two separate windows can be made active by clicking in them. So if I click on the target here, for instance, you can see that the top tab becomes dark and active, and if I click in the tool, the same happens here, means that this is now the active one where things are happening. So I wanted to drag the top face over across to this part easily. At the top here now, when you have multiple windows, you have the option to turn on the drag and drop between windows. If you do that, you can now drag that face across to the other part here directly. You have several entities to select from here. If I set it to face, now this is parametric. If I set it to face, it will rip that face off and paste it into the new part. So pretty simple. We select the top face here. We hold down the right mouse button and we drag it across to the part where we want it, and we drop it there. And there it is. We have our entity, which is, let's check, an unparametric body. Let's turn that off. An unparametric body that can be used to create the holes in this part. Non-associative, but a really simple way of dragging stuff across. Remember, this was since I selected the face non-associative, but if you set solid body and that happens to be associative, like with feature, built by features, that will come across. You can also drag across sketches, datums, etc., etc. It all depends on how your part is built. So if this one actually contains sketch, I should have the ability to drag a sketch across as well, and that will be, of course, associative. You will have to kind of realign that sketch to what it's attached to, but that's just like copy and paste. Or you can do what I did, choose the face, and it will rip that off, and it will become an unparametric body that you can use the edges of to create those pockets there. I hope that this gives you an idea of what is possible further, and maybe a perspective of what you have at hand. And with that, all you good people out there, I'm gonna leave you for tonight. So I will wish you a good night, good morning, good day, good evening, wherever you are. Take care out there. Over and out from Fred. Bye for now.